One basic condition of life experienced by all living beings is the fact that we all grow older every second, every minute, every hour, and each day of our lives. There are several conditions that are often associated with the various stages of our growth and aging. It is common to hear people describe others as either an old man or woman. The question that sometimes agitates the mind is the actual age one attains to qualify and be referred to as an old man or woman.
Due to the technology, the world we are now, I can say from 75 years old. But if you were before, we cannot say from 75 years old. Because all those new varieties they introduced to African, and we think that it's good for our health. That's why I'm saying as from 75 years old.
Well, 75.
16 and above.
For me, I will consider someone old from the age of 80 up.
Anybody that is 40 is old enough. Yes.
Society generally has looked at 65 for retirement age. So I would say 66, 12 months after that.
Agreed. The perception in this regard varies from one person to another, and also from one culture to the other. But generally, there are certain notable conditions or changes in our attitude and ways of life that are often associated with the old age, which can qualify one to be referred as such.
During the day of our father in the village, they go to farm, look for fresh fruits wrapped from the distant banana, orange, that is not our outdated one. They eat, it makes them healthy. But now we think that all of us we are enjoying. From the car, we receive AC in the car, AC in the office, AC in anywhere about. So it's weakening our body.
For me, old age is actually a thing of the mind, if you're looking about creativity. But in the physical sense, yes, it's something you cannot deny. So for me, there's no old age when it comes to mind. But physically, when you're slow and the capacity to do work is low, then you are old bodily. It doesn't mean if you're a young man, if you are weak, you are old when it comes to producing.
They talk too much. 1, 2. They always they feel whatever you're about doing, they have experience, so they always want to give you advice.
You can't compare my reasoning and the person's reasoning, you understand? There are some certain things they will do. You know that this person is an old person, like in terms of food they eat. I eat Indomie. You can't give your grandmother or your grandfather Indomie, or your elder, yes, Indomie to eat.
In Nigeria, in our own mentality, we believe that when someone gets to a certain point, the limit of the knowledge starts depreciating. There's some signs you will see and you know that person is really getting.
There's physical weakness, there is possibility of senility. It depends on individuals. Not everybody, some people may be very old, but they are sound. Emotionally, psychologically, and sound.
Of course, some of these conditions, if given a choice, one would wish not to experience, particularly that of being a little or totally inactive or weak in strength, and therefore incapable of taking some actions as one would originally wish. However, information available in this regard confirms that there are several living conditions and standards that can check incidence of the challenges of growing old.
The United Nations puts the age at 60 plus. When you have reached the age of 60, so that's chronological age. But I want to say here that some people age physiologically, biologically, maybe due to ill health. So you can actually see a 45-year-old man who suffered some chronic situations, who looks older than a 60-year-old man. So that would be biological aging. But for the sake of policy and development, 60 years plus. WHO puts it at 65. But even now, WHO is trying to increase the age. Why? Because they are insisting that we should not look at age from physiological decline, that we should look at age, yes, specifically, from functional capacity. For how long can you maintain your functional capacity? For how long can I live independently of people assisting me? Even if I'm 75 and my functional abilities are intact, then I'm young. We just opened an institute on aging, and it's Institute on Aging and Development. And we're going to be handling courses, short-term courses, medium-term courses on aging. Aging now in Nigeria is an emerging issue. Before, nobody was talking about it, maybe because now the population is increasing. We have more than almost 9 million older persons now. And then the Sustainable Development Goals insist nobody should be left behind. Older persons must be integrated into development.
The essence of adhering to healthy lifestyles that can check the occurrences of most conditions of aging cannot be overemphasized. But the choice is, however, personal to all, based on one's desire in life.